our hope and our goal is that this is going to be a true public-private partnership that a lot of us have wanted and hoped for. And with your help and the public's help, it's going to happen. And with the commitment that's been evidenced by the people at this table over the last years, it will happen. It's a large project. As Commissioner Winkleman stated, we've assembled a large team of experts. We feel some of the very best there are, and we look forward to turning them loose.
You better watch out.
Okay.
What are your concerns about providing enough water in this area? It's such a huge development.
Well, be sure to check absolutely what it says, that are not legally obligated outside the city. And this is exactly what infill planning is all about. This is inside the city. But what we need to know is understanding the growth, how the growth is going to happen, when it will happen over time, understanding conservation issues with water distribution. So I think this is exactly what the public wanted us to do, was put together a plan inside the city, infill, that describes exactly what is our growth, how much water do we have, what is the size of the pipe to be able to support that, what are we going to do about reclaimed water distribution within that area. So his statement was that we don't have a legal obligation outside the city. We have an absolute obligation to provide water inside the city.
One other question, follow up to that. Obviously, we're just kind of like up against the wall with our CAP allocation, pretty close to that now. So a lot of people in town are concerned about adequate supplies in the future. This is a huge development, and likely a lot of residential will be the outcome of this. Do we have enough water to provide, say, for another 500,000 people, a second city down in this part of the community?
Well, this is all part of the planning process. I'm going to tell you that properly managed, the combination of the CAP allocation that we have today with some additional sources of water that we can identify in the future, properly conserving water by the public, the adequate use of the reclaimed water, in my opinion, today we have sufficient water resources to be able to support clearly this infill project. And I believe others in the future, and Bud, you used a number. One of the things I think we're all waiting to see is how are we going to plan for this 500,000 population growth, and where is it going to occur? How much of it will be infill? And what is our long-range plans for additional water sources, conservation, and the effective and efficient use of reclaimed water? My opinion is we do, working together with the public, have sufficient water for the future.
Disposal of some allocation itself from the CAP, and they are maybe another resource that could be asked if they give to this project if it's required. But as the mayor has said, there is sufficient water now.
I really question whether Westcor has the right plan, as you're suggesting. If you look at La Cantata, it certainly isn't an environmentally sound shopping mall. It seems to me that we need to look much more closely at the work of William McDonough to bring in cradle-to-cradle industries and work with the ideas of Paolo Soleri, which is to build a car-free city. You know, why can't we do a car-free city, the first one of its kind in the United States? That would set an example everywhere that we can break our car dependency, our oil addiction, and stop the war in the Middle East. So I encourage you to work with some innovative architects, because your past history creates a huge environmental footprint. You haven't been sustainable, and we need to build a car-free city.
Thank you. I didn't hear a question.
Oh, and I will also add that Paolo Soleri, he has plans of how this would cut down on water use if we lived in a new way. We need a new lifestyle pattern if we are going to solve the problem of global warming. So I encourage you to look at the innovators. William McDonough is creating a city in China that will work on solar energy. We can do this, and I encourage you